Hello there, Gia.
Hello, Keisha.
Hello
Hello,
and hello.
everybody. Hello. Well,
Happy birthday, Gia.
thank
Um,
you. Happy
you're welcome.
birthday to
Now we
you.
didn't get to this. We chatted a little bit before we hit record. But
Yeah.
I wanted to let you know, Gia, that one of our lovely followers on Facebook, Julie, had some questions about your music career.
Oh,
And
I missed that. I don't think I checked in today, but
well, I hope you don't mind. I posted the link to your YouTube channel,
oh,
LC Williams
geez,
and the
they're
Driver.
gonna get an eyeful now and an earful.
Yeah,
No, I don't
well,
know.
so you've got some comments that you can look forward to. Lots of
Oh my
happy birthday
goodness.
wishes. So
Ah, thank
thank
you.
you, everybody. Oh, and one person asked if that was the old man, and I thought I would let you answer that. But
Which?
in the
In the yeah. Well, there's a couple of old men, but one of
mhm.
them is the old man. Yeah, yeah.
You're not
I
a
play with a
slut.
bunch of
You don't
old
have a group
men.
of old men.
I play with a group of old men, yeah. But one of them is the old man. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff where it's just he and I, but yeah, that's him.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's the
So,
fella. The driver.
anywho, the
Yeah, he's the
driver,
driver.
yes, he is the
Well, thank you.
driver.
I'll look forward to checking that out. And you people on Facebook have been bringing it with the slee stacks and the horse
Oh,
stuff. I love it.
yes.
Did you see the horse
I,
toaster?
I
Did you see it?
the horse what now? Oh, the
Toaster.
toaster. Yeah,
The
yeah.
toaster.
I didn't
Yeah,
see the horse toaster.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
Christmas, maybe for Christmas, Gia.
Yeah, yeah, fat little toaster pony.
What a good idea. But anyway, yeah, so that's all there. And so we're talking about Friday and today.
Yeah,
And
and I have to tell you people, I don't pay me for this episode because
okay.
because because it was my birthday and because I have such lovely friends and family, I worked half the day and then I was fielding phone calls like the
Yeah.
whole rest of the day and messages and stuff. And my brother was yakking on and hospital was on, but I wasn't able to watch it. And
Do you feel like these people know you at all? Do they not understand your
that
priorities or your schedule, that you have a soap opera to
I know, my
focus
brother,
on?
I know.
That you're
I
a
don't know if he
professional
does know that about
podcaster?
me.
Do they That would have been a good time to tell everyone that called you that you have
I
a
mean, they've seen me
podcast.
in the t-shirt and stuff. I think they choose to like not remember certain things about me, you know?
Yeah, I get a lot of that too.
Yeah. Like they know but they don't know, you know.
Yeah, yeah, right, right. They
But
can't even
anyway,
humor you, really. It's more
yeah.
like,
Yeah. There was like, oh,
you
she was always a weirdo, but I promised mom and dad I'd take care of her. Um,
Yeah.
I'm almost certain that my father
Yeah,
extracted some kind of promise from both of them
yeah. I
before he
would
went,
love to have
you know?
heard those
Like,
conversations.
your sister's incapable of adulting. Please,
Addled.
please do your best. No, he wouldn't have said that, but
And that friend
yeah,
of hers, Keisha, is no help at all.
yeah,
I mean, who the hell is that?
yeah. I do. Remember, we've been calling each other these Keisha and Gia for years, and
Years.
I remember he like overheard us talking one time. And he's like, what are those names?" And we were like, I was like, "That's our soap opera names."
Yeah, that helped. He's like, nope, she's not getting my power of attorney.
Yeah, I didn't want it. God, that's a lot of work. But anyway, the upshot is I only saw like the last 23 minutes. And so I feel like I kind of saw the wrapping up of some of today's
Mhm.
threads,
Mhm.
but you'll
Yeah.
have to fill me in.
Okay. All
But
right,
we can
Gia.
back it up to Friday first if you want, if you
Yeah,
remember anything.
let's try that and see how that goes. Okay. So we had all right, let's talk about, I guess, Willow and Drew. Willow is doing a quite a good job, I think, of continuing to be just like
A
a
zombie.
hollowed out
Yeah,
person, yeah,
yeah.
and I thought it was so, like, obnoxious, of course. I mean, we're just predisposed to, like, think everything Drew does is wrong, but he came in from a jog and like shouts her name, and I'm thinking, God, if someone's nerves are shot, and they need
Yeah,
sleep
and
and
you're making
everything,
loud. Yeah,
and he's
yeah,
acting like it's just another day in paradise, and
yeah. And she's like, "You went for a jog," and yeah,
I know, yeah, she
yeah.
can't even smile. She doesn't have a smile in her at this point.
No, she is empty. She is quite hollowed out, like you said, and yeah, and he will, and I don't know if this is gaslighting, because I still don't feel
Yes.
like I have a handle on gaslighting,
I was
but
thinking of that term, Gia, yes.
he's so everything is like, oh, no pressure, but he
Right.
just will not shut up about
No.
like the
No.
latest thing now is we got to get married, and he won't
Yeah.
shut up about it, and then he immediately brings Martin over. Like everything is
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but no pressure, and the hand on the heart thing, which makes
Oh,
me
that yeah, we
the
hate that.
vomit just starts creeping up my throat. Like I think
Yeah.
I've got a little of that Barrett's esophagus going on, and it's
Oh.
all because of Drew. I don't know who Barrett is, but get out of my
But good
esophagus.
job having something named after you.
Yeah,
Um
when your stomach acid won't stay where it's. Don't
uh,
get me started on the sphincters. You know how I am about this.
I think didn't we dedicate a whole episode to sphincters? I
Yeah,
think,
I think we
that
did.
that we may
We
have
may be
covered
the
that.
only we may be the only General Hospital podcast that has dedicated an episode to sphincters.
That's
But
true.
maybe not, because there's Drew, and he's a massive sphincter.
He's a walking sphincter, yeah. So,
Yeah, but I don't know. So anyway, is that gaslighting what he's doing to her?
well, I was thinking, yeah, it seems like he's sort of entering that territory. And I was talking to my library friend Marie on Saturday, who watches
I've met
Hospital.
Marie. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, lovely Marie, pillar of the community. And she watches Hospital maybe once a week. That's all she gets, to watch it. And she
Because
thought
she's
that
got like a real life, probably. That's why.
apparently people do, Gia. I
Yeah.
didn't I
Yeah.
didn't realize this, but yeah, they don't build their schedule around their general hospital. But
Yeah. Just
but
different priorities. But yeah.
yeah, you know.
I try not to judge, but
Me
anyway.
too. Me too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue to be your friend, I guess,
Yeah. Yeah.
just with
I
an
think
asterisk, maybe.
asterisk. I like your emphasis on ass. Asterisk.
But she floated the theory that maybe Drew is drugging Willow, which would be like part of a total gaslighting package.
Wow. That would kind of play into the like maybe he's Shiloh storyline idea, you know.
Yeah, and there are
Like
certain meds, including some that I've tried, that
I just
that
tried this one last night.
I had a fistful of them. I was staring at them. I was like, "Is tonight the night?" Um, but some of them, like trazodone, makes you very sleepy. They give it to old people a lot because they just want to
Yeah,
knock
I've
them out for
heard
the
that
night.
name. I've heard
You
that
know?
name. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it can make you feel kind of thick too, and there's another one that makes you feel stupid, Topamax. They call it Dopamax because you
Thick
feel like a
as
dope.
a brick. Do,
Mhm.
do, 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 do,
So it
do.
seems like, that would be an interesting possibility, and that would make us hate Drew
Oh
even
man.
more, but now it's hard for me to get that idea out of my head. Um,
Yeah.
but if he's
Hmm.
not, he's still, I think, is he gaslighting
He's just
her?
so it's manipulation. I don't know
Yeah,
if it's truly
definitely,
gaslighting because
definitely.
that
Well,
term is sort of
right, right, yeah, because he keeps acting like he's leaving the decisions up to her, but he's giving her no room to move around in, like,
I learned it.
literally.
Literally, yeah, right, exactly, because it's hands on. He's very hands on.
Yeah, ugh.
I learned a new term. Can I talk about it? Doesn't have anything to do with this.
Or sphincters? Is it something that
No, no,
can
it's just one
no?
that I feel like I read all the time now. I don't know why it's so popular, but and I'm not even
Okay,
sure of the correct pronunciation, so I'll spell it.
okay.
Cosplay.
Cosplay, yeah, I've
So it's
heard that
co
a lot
long o
too.
cosplay. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
everywhere lately.
it is everywhere, I
And
know.
I looked it up and I had no idea that it's costume and play.
Yeah, yeah, because
So
it
it's
seems like people are using it sort of in a different way, aren't they?
yeah, generally a negative, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Is it just like sort of being a poser or
I
something? Is that
guess
sort of how they're
maybe, yeah,
using it?
yeah, you're dressing up as,
Yeah.
um, which sounds
Hmm.
kind of like playful and fun, but yeah, I feel like we're seeing
Right.
it much more in a negative, yeah, like you're
Yeah.
posing as something you're really, really not.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, I don't it doesn't seem like the traditional definition is what people are referring
Yeah,
to.
I mean, I don't know if
Mm.
it's been around a long time or if it's just new or it was new to
It
me
does
anyway.
right, it does seem like it's all over the place now, isn't it?
So
Yeah.
I don't know, 1,000 points if you can work it in later and surprise us all.
I'm still not entirely sure. Oh, well, cosplay. I'm looking at how they're pronouncing it on here.
Oh, cosplay?
Cosplay? Huh. All
Is
right.
that what they're saying? Like a what do
That's
they
what the
put over the O to?
Merriam-Webster, the 2
Has it got like the
dots,
umlaut, though? The
yeah,
dots?
yeah. How to
Are
and I
those
could play the
umlauts?
audio. Not hearing it. Maybe it's maybe. Oh.
What?
Did you hear
I
it?
didn't hear it. No.
You didn't oh, cosplay. Cosplay, that's what,
Cosplay. I don't
yeah.
like that because that sounds like Cosby, and that's also got real negative connotations
It
now.
does. So maybe we can sort of try to change it to cosplay.
Cosplay.
See how influential
Yeah.
we are. But
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
what did you have anything hospital related to regarding that word, or is this just a
Is that going to
completely
be like a
separate
new
thing?
rule or something? Because I'm
That
out.
our hands would really be tied if everything
I know.
had to relate to
No,
hospital. So
I was just
no,
thinking like
no.
gaslight, I feel like is used
Mhm.
all the time now, and this
Mm.
cosplay is used all the time.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's
I just
true.
truly
Gaslighting has
didn't know what it
become
meant. I
common.
was like, I
Yeah,
don't know what that
yeah,
means. So
I know.
I couldn't really, well, I guess I shouldn't. I mean, from context, you could kind of figure it out, but I was like, where is this word coming from?
Yeah, yeah.
The
Hmm.
theater, I guess.
Mhm, and it does seem like it's thrown into a lot of political
Political shit,
commentary.
yeah.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
political
Same with gaslighting. Are you
political
farting? Are you making a
I'm using a different sphincter, but yeah.
You're maturing before our eyes. This is what
Backwards.
59 looks like, everybody.
Backwards maturity.
Are you like Benjamin Button?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
So
alright, so
yeah,
we had
that's
that.
all scary and creepy,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
of course, Nina is just dancing as hard as she can, trying to.
Oh, poor Nina. She's doing
Yeah,
a good job appearing very distraught, and I thought, Ava was very good at appearing sympathetic, and,
Ava. I was kind of like, yeah, she was, but I mean, she seemed more animated than I thought she
yeah,
needed
she was
to.
she's kind of like it's still sort of entertaining to her, I think,
Yeah,
in a
yeah. I
way.
feel that way when you're telling me shit sometimes.
As long as I can make you laugh once in a while, my pain is secondary.
Right. Yeah. If it's entertaining, then yeah.
What's the funny part, Keisha?
Yeah. If you can
Can we
step
speed
back
it
and
up?
look at this.
Get to the punchline. Oh god. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Ava, there was one part where in her profile it looked like she was smiling and I thought, "Please, Ava, dig a little deeper." And she kind of did. Like and when she brings it around to Kiki, that's when you sort of I
That's
think
yeah,
see
yeah, yeah. The regrets
that's
about
always
Kiki are never
yeah, that
ending. Yeah.
right, and they shouldn't be. She should be
Right.
haunted
She
forever.
should be. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also we had because we don't want to forget about these two as we often do, Kai and Trina.
Ugh, I know. I
Oh,
know.
I know. I thought I guess going to today's episode, I'll start with a positive. I thought Trina looked hot in that dress with her
Isn't
hair up.
that an incredible look on her and her hair up
Yeah.
like that and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Like
like, I she's kind of wasting it on the empty art gallery, but
yeah, right. I've seen that too. But
she
also
deserves to be seen.
that was like sophisticated and glamorous, which is
Yeah.
I think two
Yeah.
words that we're always striving for at least one of those things.
Right.
Um,
Like and that's why I wear a combination of aspercream and patchouli.
And that's
That's
why
yeah.
that's why I was delighted to see that Lowe's sells Carhartt pants now. Hadn't
They
been
do?
there in a while. Yeah, right in the
All of
front of
them?
the store. I don't know, the one over here does. I'll take you there.
Oh my god. Okay. I
But
need some more.
anyway,
I actually do need more work pants. So I mean, it's like a legit.
mm,
It's not just for the look.
it's not just for the hammer loop,
Yeah,
really?
the hammer loop. I don't know what mine would probably have like a pair of snippers or something.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
they get the loop is versatile.
I don't
Um,
really need a loop for
oh,
hammer.
you say that now, but just wait.
Yeah.
Um, where were we? Oh, yeah, okay,
Although
so
some
yeah.
people annoy me, like if the people like, if you don't move your car and let me weed back there, I'll just like bonk them with a hammer. I guess that might be useful. Get your car out of here, old man. Like that.
Okay, okay, you've painted a
Um,
nice picture of your workday.
I get a
So
little
yeah,
cranky sometimes.
that's all right, yeah, yeah, especially in that heat down there.
It's very
But yeah, I like Trina looking sharp like that versus, when they do, like, the teenage or, like, younger even, the
yeah, the hot
usual.
pink colors and
Yeah,
the kind of the more. Although she isn't very young. I mean, I don't. Those don't bother me as much as they bother you, I think. But
yeah. Well, I just think she looks better like this, or even in jeans, I don't know, something about
yeah,
those.
but yeah, this was she looked quite stunning, really,
Yeah,
and
like she sort of like was outshining Ava, which Ava
well,
probably
yeah.
struggles with sometimes. She
I
hit it
I
well.
know, yeah, I feel that way now that I'm an aging, diva, just looking at the younger generation. Um,
Yeah, yeah, sure,
yeah, we'll
sure.
have to think about our costumes for when we get together. I'm gonna have to, like I guess I'll have to bring stuff. I mean, we can't go out, we're not gonna spend a bunch of money, right,
No,
to
I
try and
know, I know. So you want to look like Ava.
I mean, in real life, I really do wanna look like Ava. I don't know if that's possible, though.
I know, this is going to be a struggle. We might
It's
have to start
yeah.
preparing like the day
I
before.
mean, I've never worn Spanx, but I'm thinking for me to look like Ava, it would take a lot of Spanx to really,
Wow,
a full
yeah.
even wardrobe, and I don't think we can do that. But
We could just wrap you in duct tape.
or if you have like some bandages or something, we can just kind of
Ace bandages,
ace
sure.
bandages. That's the same
Yeah,
idea. I've never worn
yeah,
Spanx. They sound
yeah.
terrible.
They do sound terrible. God, especially if it's like August and it's hot.
Oh
I
my
don't think that
God, yeah.
we would collapse. So we'll be wise about it, okay?
Well,
Everybody,
yeah,
don't
we'll
worry.
think about it. Maybe we just do upper half and
Yeah,
then
that's right. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
pajamas on the bottom.
Thongs.
But yeah, I Kai is I'm not he's not endearing himself to me at the moment.
No, I
He seems
mean,
so young and foolish.
he does. I know. I think I guess they're trying to paint him maybe as young and naive, but also as fair-minded. I'm not sure if it's both, I guess, but and I understand him not wanting to just, you know, cast Drew aside based on Trina's,
Yeah,
thoughts, but
yeah.
at the same time, well, Drew definitely he's really good at manipulating him
He's
too.
yeah. Oh yeah, he's got him eating from the palm of his hand. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like I was thinking that this actor, this Drew actor he's really good because he I mean, we detest him completely, but then at the same time, I'm thinking he's really good at, like, schmoozing Kai, and saying all the
Yeah, and
right
he's
things,
like believable during that part and you can
Yeah,
see it
exactly,
happening and
exactly.
yeah,
It seems like he
yeah.
genuinely wants Kai to choose what's best for him and
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
and all
But
the
there's
while.
something I don't know. Like shouldn't Kai trust Trina a little bit and be,
Yeah,
you know,
he
I don't
probably
know.
would if he hadn't heard that conversation,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Curtis. That's I think that did you see that moment today? Was it today where he was meeting with Drew, where he flashed back to that?
Yes, I did see that. That was
Okay,
towards the end. Yeah. And
yeah.
so, yeah, so we know what we're setting up here. It's going to be he's going to betray Trina and tell Drew about
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
and it's
Uh-huh.
coming. And I guess
Right.
since I'm not big into Kai, I guess I should be happy about that because it'll probably break him up.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Hmm.
I'm just like, why won't you listen to her? She's the one you're
Mhm.
having a relationship with,
Mhm.
and she's telling you that this guy is bad
Mhm.
news, but
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
trust her, or you trust him, even though everybody, what
Right.
do you do? So everybody's telling you, but I mean, I guess that's part of it when people, and a whole bunch of people tell you, stay away from blah,
Mhm.
blah, blah, or don't
Mhm.
do this, and
Mhm.
everybody tells you that, then you're
Yeah.
going to be oppositional and go, well, I'm going to judge for myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, and I don't know, like, he doesn't not everybody knows that he framed Tracy for the ketamine thing,
Well, yeah, fill
obviously.
me in on this. Like, why was Tracy gonna? So I saw the final little press conference where Tracy's
Mhm.
like, "I can't do it,"
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
why? What was the setup? Why was she going to agree to whatever this was?
I I guess just to make it go away because I think she thought or everybody around her thought that because, she had framed Alexis for drunk driving or whatever, that she could have done this too. But I don't understand that either. It seems sort of flimsy to me, especially I don't know if you saw the part where she was talking to Brooklyn and Chase
No.
about it. Yeah, they were all talking about, well, they were there to support her at this like press conference, and it she kind of outlined that she hadn't done it, and everything, and I don't know why Chase didn't say anything about how they really should complete the investigation,
Yeah,
or
because if you
I,
believe her,
I
then
don't
somebody
know.
else
Yeah.
did it. So
Yeah. So it all seems a little screwy to me. I don't get
okay,
it.
because I saw them there, like going, "Oh no," I'm like, "Why are
Yeah.
we? Why are we so
Yeah.
invested in this?"
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
I don't know either. That seemed silly to give Drew what he wanted.
Yeah.
And
Well.
why
Yeah.
Curtis would have I would think Curtis would have preferred it rather than having to chase Jacinda down and pay her to lie, which could go so wrong. Just it would be better just to see if they could prove that Drew had framed Tracy, hire
Yeah, that's
Felicia to
true.
do that. So
Right, right.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
we haven't really seen Felicia doing her work since she got hired, have we?
No, maybe
Why
we'll
aren't we
have a
seeing
picture
that?
of a map with the name of a country on it
Yep, and
somewhere,
some bougainvillea or something. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and then a tiny sort of cafe with a few tables and one
yeah,
person behind the
yeah.
the bar.
What country
Yeah.
was she supposed to be in?
Oh,
Australia or something? Or
maybe. Yeah, I forget. I can't
that's where
remember.
the wombats are.
Mm, that's where I'd
Did you
go.
know? This is a little
Mhm.
off topic, but it's so interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe you know this. Wombats poop in square, like cubes.
I didn't know that. Talk about a
Like, how
sphincter.
weird is
Wow.
that? Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
mm,
And they're like, they leave their poops like to kind of show where their territory is. And so they're like, maybe
uh-huh,
it's so that they don't like roll off rocks and stuff, but that doesn't, that
uh-huh,
seems flimsy to me. Like
uh-huh.
what, 'cause poops would
Yeah.
stay somewhere.
Poops would stay. They've got nowhere else to be.
But anyway, well, like actual cubes.
Uh-huh. Where did you see this, Gia? Not that I doubt
What?
you.
I don't know. I think you do doubt me. You're going to have to look this up. I don't know. It popped up because I'm
The
always
last thing
watching
I need is, like, something else in my search history. That makes me sound like a
wombat poops. Well, I don't know because like watch There's this one guy on Instagram, Josh something or other, and he has an animal rescue in Australia, and he
Mhm,
rescues
mhm.
and then rehabilitates a bunch of animals, and he has a bunch of
Yeah,
wombats and
yeah.
everything,
Uh-huh,
kangaroos, snakes, wombats,
uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
so I watch a lot of that. So anyway, I don't know, wombat information shows up on my feed, and
Okay, okay.
that's all. They're just
Yeah.
cute as a
They're
dickens, the
so cute.
wombats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very cute. Real, real cute.
But I mean, I don't know. Like, I kind of wish people did that.
Had square doo-doo?
Yeah, be
Hmm.
more interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's the problem with
And
our
bring a
poop. It's not
little,
that interesting.
bring a little fun to the whole process.
I
Bring the whimsy back
that's your platform. Bring the whimsy back.
to your craft.
You're gonna direct all the scientists who've been laid off to study how to
Yeah,
make our poop
how to
square.
do how to do the cube shape. This may be worse than the other night when we were drinking. Oh, did you go back
At
and
least we
listen
had
to where we
someone to
were trying?
blame.
I can't remember what we were trying to figure out, but we were both like the hamsters were both just totally asleep on their wheels. We
They
were.
they were they were sad and they were
It's a little bit
they were
embarrassing, but sorry. At least we were both there.
our hamsters were like Willow. Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck? What just happened? I didn't
Willow.
expect
She
any
is
of
like,
this.
it's such a great name for her too, because she's so
Yeah.
droopy, like a willow tree now. She's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
wafting around like they do in the breeze.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, poor
But there's a
Willow. But
poor
yeah.
Willow.
So now we're
Yeah.
gonna have the big wedding.
Oh, that's
Let's see.
gonna be a race.
Do we have anything else Friday? Was Friday the day that
Yeah.
Anna and Jordan had a conversation at poolside? Was
No,
that
I think
earlier?
yeah, that was I think the day before. We had the softball stuff with
Oh, all the softball crap. That's right. Yeah.
yeah, so that was all sort of like
With
I don't know.
the
With they
assistant what is
yeah.
she?
Yeah, the assistant district
DA or
attorney, yeah.
yeah.
It's hard to get that excited about the whole softballs thing,
Yeah, and just the silliness of like I
yeah.
don't know, like these people are mortal enemies and then suddenly they're being all cutesy and
Yeah, yeah,
it's quite silly.
yeah.
And oh yeah, we had a little geo time with Sunny, which I guess was
Mhm.
I don't know, mildly interesting.
I guess
Um
so, yeah. I
oh,
guess
and the dog. We had the
the
dog
dog,
stuff.
yeah, the little beagle,
I
mhm.
think the beagle is probably got loose from the
The
lab.
lab, yeah,
Is
right,
that what
that's what I was
everybody was
thinking
supposed to
too.
think? Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't it seems like,
I didn't see any mascara, but they didn't get very close.
maybe it wasn't a mascara day, maybe it was a sunscreen day.
Might have been a sunscreen day. Put it on those nice soft ears, keep them from getting burned. Do they use beagles for testing
Yeah,
things?
they do, yeah. I'm not sure
Why?
I don't know why. There must be some sort of maybe they're a good size. I don't know. They're always a flight risk though, beagles.
Are they? Why?
Yeah, they like I don't know, they like to
I'm
roam.
like a 3-year-old. Why? Um, do they? Beagles like to
Yeah,
roam? Hmm.
yeah.
Are they trackers? Do they hunt badgers? Are
I
they a
bet they
badger?
do. I bet you they do. Yeah.
Mm,
I'm not sure, but
beagles. Well, they're
I've known
cute. Anyway, it was
they
a
are
cute
cute.
dog.
Yeah, yeah.
And what was she gave it some stupid name though. What was it?
Outback.
Outback. Yeah, what does
Yeah.
that mean?
I don't know. I mean, because
It's a restaurant.
maybe she loves a bloomin' onion. I don't know. Um,
I could murder a bloomin' onion right
oh,
now.
me too.
That sounds delicious.
I know.
I gave
Oh,
some home fries away yesterday, and then I instantly regretted it.
yeah.
We
Did you
were
try to
eating.
get
We
them
got
back?
we got a meal, and I had an omelet, and it came with home fries, and I
Mhm.
tasted them, and
Mhm.
they were like freaking dangerously good, and so I instantly
Oh.
gave them to the person next to me, and then I was like,
Did you know the person next to you?
yeah, it was one of the old men,
Oh, your old men.
one of the old men that I hang around with. Yeah. Um.
Hmm.
Anyway, yeah, Outback. So was that symbolic? Is Professor what's his name? Professor Evil.
Oh, yeah, Dalton. Is he
Dalton.
Australian?
Is
Yeah,
he
that makes
Australian?
sense. That makes
He's got
sense,
an
doesn't it?
accent, a little accent of
Yeah,
some kind.
yeah, I guess he could be Australian, huh?
So that might be the tie in there somehow.
Yeah, good thinking, Gia. Good thinking.
Oh, thanks. I
Hmm.
still got it. Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far.
Ah, oh yeah. So all the softball crap. Yeah, that was just
Yeah,
silliness. I mean, we
yeah.
had a quasi bonding moment with Anna and what is the ADA's name?
I don't know.
She kind of looked like Anna. It was
She
weird.
did. They're both so tiny.
They are tiny and the long dark hair under the hat. And,
Yeah, yeah. I want to say Lydia, but I don't think that's right.
Lydia.
Yeah, I don't know where that's coming from.
That's a
Mm,
weird, very old fashioned
it
Lydia.
is, isn't it? Should I see if I can get that answer
Mm.
for us here? So yeah, but does that mean that if Gio's gonna play on Sunny's team, are we gonna get a lot of this softball stuff? Because that might be a little difficult to take.
Yeah, like, and especially like, what if, wait, is Dante on his team? No, Dante's on the cops team, right?
On the cops team, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
so like there'll be
ADA.
he'll be having to
Hmm.
it's not called serve, pitch. He'll be having to like pitch to Geo or something. It'll be like one of those
Mm-hmm.
moments, father
Mm-hmm.
son thing, and
Yes, that's
it'll be,
true.
yeah.
Is it ADA Turner? Is that her last name?
That
Does that
sounds
sound
that
right?
sounds right. Yeah.
Okay, so her first name is wait a minute.
What?
Let's
Not Lydia, is it?
well, no, but they say another ADA, Ada Turner. Like her ADA Ada. That seems a little weird, doesn't it?
That's not right. Are you
That
reading
doesn't
this
sound
correctly?
right. Maybe
What?
that's the AI making a mistake. No, they're saying her character's Ada Turner.
Oh,
That's
come
weird.
on. Seriously?
Oh, and she's with this cat. She's the real life wife of Jen Sidwell.
Oh,
Hmm.
seriously?
Yeah. Huh.
Wow. I
Wow.
feel like
Yeah.
I feel like what do they call that? He's punching above his weight or something like
Yes. Yeah,
that.
I think
Is
you
that
could
how they? Is
say that. Yes.
that the
Yes.
right way to say it?
That is the right way to say it. Yeah. Yeah. She's a
Um,
pretty young woman.
yeah,
Hmm.
she seems a lot younger than that guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I still don't know if her real name
I
on
mean, I know
well, her name on the show is
he tries to look youthful with all the necklaces, but
yes. Yes. That only works to a point. Not very
right.
far. Not very far. Okay.
Okay,
So
interesting. I didn't know that.
yeah. Yeah, she's got a lot of credits.
Oh,
Yeah. But anywho, I still haven't
okay, so that was a
confirmed.
lot of Friday. Yeah, just that crap.
Yeah, yeah. So there was that. Yeah, the whole oh, and we had today Nina talking to Carly, right? Was that today?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that. Like, you've got to convince
Yeah,
um,
Michael
Michael
to
to let Willow see the kids right away so that she doesn't go
mhm.
through with this marriage.
Mhm.
But we can see that Willow in the scenes is
Mhm.
bound and determined to marry Drew. Like, she's digging in,
She's digging
basically.
in, and also, yeah, she went to speak to Michael to tell him.
Right.
Maybe you missed that. Did you see that part where she
No, I did
told
see
him?
that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She's yeah, and she looks all frail and helpless, but then
Yeah.
she's very
Yeah.
firm about,
Uh-huh.
and it's like, well, that was really stupid. That didn't help your cause,
Right.
like you can't
Right.
read a room very well.
No, she's in some sort of robotic state.
Yeah,
Um, but
domo
I don't
arigato.
thank you.
Yeah.
um, I think it's gonna be a real race to see like if anybody can break through her little shell here, or if Drew, I mean, because he's going to rush this, don't you think? He's going to
Oh
try to get
yeah,
married
yeah,
to her ASAP.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
he'll have her down at the courthouse tomorrow.
Yeah.
Um,
So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't. I
know.
think it's going to come to like I think they're going to be standing there before a judge, and Nina's going to come up and whisper in her ear that
Mm.
Drew and I were Drew and I were getting rug burns while you two were making googly eyes
I
at each
have the
other. And
scars to prove it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what we're getting down to. I mean that
Yeah.
otherwise that secret is pointless.
It's pointless. I'm afraid it might be pointless.
No,
Yeah.
say it isn't so. Come
I
on.
don't know. I don't know how that's gonna land with somebody who's as broken as Willow is. because
And then
obviously it didn't
we've got the
last.
Germany secret too that
The
hasn't come
Germany
out.
secret, yeah, somehow that's they're not even circling around that at all lately, so I
Yeah,
don't know
I
how
know,
that's
but it's
gonna
in there. It's in
it's
there. It got
it's
mentioned during
it
the
did. It
trial.
seems like at least a few people have noted this at this point. So,
Yeah. Mm.
yeah, but also I thought it was kind of maybe accurate when Ava said, you know, "You gotta be careful, Nina, because Drew might you might say something to Willow, and then Drew will tell her you're lying, and she might believe him because that does seem possible, right?
Right,
Also,
right. Yeah,
so
she's gonna believe Drew over anybody else.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
scary feeling knowing that, you know, he always has he always gets the win regardless of what people
Yeah.
say, you
I mean,
know?
maybe they're piling up all the things, like
Maybe,
what
yeah.
Drew said to for Wiley to overhear, and the
Yeah,
Germany secret,
yeah,
and the Nina
right,
secret. Like maybe it's
right.
gonna take a little, pile up of the things for her
Mhm,
to
mhm.
something to click. Um,
Possibly, yeah, it seems like they could get Wiley on tape, you know, saying what he heard Drew say,
why
you
would he
know?
have to be on tape?
Well, just to prove to Willow that it wasn't anybody making that up, you know, if they played the tape for
Oh, like
Willow
if
of
they,
Wiley.
yeah. I mean, why couldn't he just tell her that? I guess because they can't see each other. Is
Right.
that why?
I guess, yeah, yeah, and that I don't know. They could try to do that too, I guess, yeah. It's he's just such a squirrely little fucker.
Have you,
He's not.
wow,
He's
your
not.
language is really, it's like, I mean,
Uh,
it's really getting lower
he's
and lower. Uh, but have you seen his picture in the beginning? Have you noticed his
I did
headshot and
last
at the?
week, yeah, mhm.
He's got this smirk on his face that's
Yeah,
very
like he
like,
thinks he's
yeah.
a leading man now. Sorry, kid. Swimming 10 feet in a very shallow pool is not a big deal, okay?
Poor little Wiley. Um,
Mm.
we also had some like Christina
Oh,
stuff.
yes.
And
Yes, little bit,
and
yeah.
that was an effective scene where Willow finds the
Mhm.
T-shirt, Wiley's
Yeah,
T-shirt, and
yeah.
Christina had a
Mhm.
moment of real humanity there. I thought,
Yes, I thought so
um,
too, yeah.
and
And I
it
thought
was very sad and poignant.
yes, I agree, and it was effective also because they're both sort of crazy.
Lost souls, yeah, crazy. Both a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, yeah.
And it must be fun for Christina to feel like the sane one for a change, you
Yeah,
know?
to feel, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
but yeah.
that was a rough moment. I mean, I feel like this
Mhm.
actor Willow is doing such a great job of being so
Mhm.
broken,
Mhm. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and it's awful to think about in real life. People being separated
Right.
from their children and everything. It's just
Mhm.
an awful thought
Mhm.
that these things really happen.
Yeah, they
Um,
do. Mhm. Right. Yeah, it's a
but
shame also because Michael's really trying to be compassionate when she's not around, you know, and then she sort
yeah,
of undoes it.
and he had that sort of compassionate look on his face today when they met,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
suddenly she's
Mhm.
goes
Mhm.
there, and it's like,
Yep.
and then he's like, he
Yeah.
shuts that
Yeah.
door, and
Right, right. So that's unfortunate. She doesn't see what's happening there.
yeah, and meanwhile Sidwell was pulling all the strings here, and we still don't know what that's about.
Right. Took a little break from the scary
The
storyline with the
scary Sidwell,
baby, with
yeah,
Daisy. Yeah.
right, right.
Mhm.
It's hard to believe
Um,
that a man that has a red zebra pillow,
mhm.
um, can be like an evil mastermind because it's so
Yeah.
playful. But on the other hand, the pillow came with the house. He didn't buy it.
Right, right. I think you're right there. So, yeah,
Yeah.
he could be very evil.
I think
S-
it'd be cool if they added to, like, if you're listening out there,
Mhm.
like, the zebra story from Nashville, the escaped zebra.
Yes, yes, uh-huh.
Like, it'd be fun to have like the zebra in the lift, like on also on a pillow, like stitched onto a pillow, like the you know, because he was just so chill.
Yeah,
It's such a
yeah.
great image, this zebra
Mhm.
flying through the sky, just like doop da doo, like, I am so stoned right now. I don't know what they gave me, but isn't it
What's he
pretty
gonna
up
do?
here? So
I wonder
pretty.
what's he gonna do to top that, do you think?
I don't know. Go to Disneyland.
That would be a great commercial for Disneyland.
Yeah, I don't. I haven't. I'll have to see if I check. If I try to follow up on what the zebra's doing now,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
that'll be in my feed, like the
Yeah, it
wombat
sure
poop.
will. It
It's
sure
like
will, yeah. And then you'll know what zebra poop looks like. Maybe
I
it's a
think it looks
triangle.
pretty much like horse poop. I don't
Horse
think they
poop, that
vary
makes it's not striped
too much.
though. Okay. Okay.
Oh, stripe. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Yeah.
You could maybe mess with the diet so it came out
Yeah. So it
striped.
came out stripy. Yeah, that
This
would
is
be
this is
fun.
good content. Really good.
We're content creators.
Let's try to save this
All right.
somehow.
What else
Okay.
happened today that you want to talk about? Because you got to
Well,
lead this because I'm out.
okay. We had a lot of, I don't know if silly is the right word, but the nonsense maybe between Jordan, Isaiah,
Oh
Portia,
yeah,
and
right.
Curtis. And Pool, the Pool again was a character in the story. Hello?
Yeah, the pool. You think the pool is a character?
It's sometimes the most interesting character.
That is sort of interesting. I like that.
I'm trying to justify the use of the pool because it still seems a little bit weird to me. I know it's a nice excuse for everybody to be in bathing suits, but I just I don't
And
know.
loungewear like cabana wear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And I know they think that that's what we want, what we demand. Oh, you getting
yeah.
a bright idea there, Gia? I heard a little notification thing.
I imagine it's just more birthday wishes. Yeah.
Yeah, from
Oh
important
yeah,
people
friend
all over
Denise.
the
Yep,
world.
yep.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
Um, but yeah. So I like that. We should come up with a good name for the pool.
Okay. We'll work on that. But did you see the scene where Isaiah was in his towel and Portia came into the locker room, whatever, and
No,
sat down?
that's
Okay,
what I
that
was
was
gonna ask you. Are we cooking up a little like revenge romance with those two?
yeah, it seemed like they were testing the waters, so to speak there.
I see what you did there. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Um but I don't know. I don't know that they have any chemistry, at least not yet, because she's been, well, I guess this is what they do. She's been sort of hostile towards Isaiah at times,
Yeah,
even
well,
though.
she's been in kind of a bad place. I don't know if it was personal,
Yeah, that's true. She's
but
going through some things.
suddenly in this episode, Jordan has shifted her. Up until this point, Jordan has been
Mhm.
supportive of their
Mhm.
marriage and not.
Yeah.
But now
Yeah.
we've got like sort of cattiness going on with the two
Exactly. The
women.
claws are out. Yeah. And
Yeah,
and
he's
Portia
not
was.
worth it. He's so not worth either of you getting wound up about. I know you disagree. But
Well, no, maybe they could all do better, I'll say, they could
okay,
all, because
yeah,
I didn't like, there was a whole, like, I don't know, 5 minutes at least where Jordan and Curtis were reminiscing about when they worked together undercover. Were you
yeah.
and that
No, I
was,
didn't. No,
yeah,
no.
well, you didn't miss anything there because that was one of these things where, like, all of a sudden there's like these storylines that,
That
don't
didn't
matter at
exist.
all.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't matter at all to
yeah,
us, but they're supposed to make it look like these two have such a history, and they're
yeah.
close in ways nobody else can understand, and sure, that's all probably true, but they just like try to like distill it into some 5-minute conversation that means nothing. Um, but also last week, it might have been Thursday or earlier in the week when Portia was rude to Jordan, right? Like when she came in.
Yeah, when she came in and yeah, she
Yeah.
like this is a bad time and blah blah.
Yeah,
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 she was
yeah.
very sort of
S-
snooty with her and yeah.
Yeah, that didn't seem cool. Like I didn't know that Jordan had done anything to
I
Yeah.
don't think at that point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it seems like okay, the gloves are off, and
Yeah,
we're
and now,
fighting
like
over that man. I hate that. I kind of hate that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and yeah, that was part of the conversation between Jordan and Anna, right, about Curtis, and she was saying that she didn't know if she was even interested, and it's like, well, if you're not even sure,
Then
then,
why make why
yeah.
add to their troubles? Yeah.
Yes.
But I
Step
feel like
aside.
wouldn't it be interesting to have Portia and Jordan somehow, break
Mm.
down the barriers and start talking
Mhm.
about like, what do you think
Yeah.
about being with a guy that doesn't accept you for who
Yeah.
you
That
are?
would be
What
an
do you think
interesting
about a
conversation. Yeah.
guy that gives you an ultimatum? Like, what do you think about like
Mhm.
how,
Mhm.
is that what you want, out of life? Because
Mhm.
like I don't
Right.
know. It'd be interesting to have them compare notes on Curtis rather than
Yeah.
fight over Curtis.
I agree. Yeah, that would be a good conversation.
Like
Yeah.
I was kicked to the curb for the same reason that you're going
Mhm.
to be kicked to the curb, and
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
is that a kind of relationship you actually want to have again, where
Right.
where you're held to some standard, but um I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
I know what people point out, like, yes, Portia drugged somebody with ketamine and all these horrible things she did, which is all true.
mhm.
But I don't even remember what did Jordan do with Curtis. She lied about being undercover or something.
Yeah, something like
Something
that.
just
Yeah.
freaking job related. Like, dude,
Right, right.
need to know basis.
Yeah, and I think he's decided that what you said is right. Yeah, it was all job related, so it's not as big a crime as, what Portia
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
But also now Curtis, if he's plotting to get Jacinda to lie,
Right.
he's no good either
He's
now.
got he doesn't have the moral high ground.
No, he doesn't. And if he's saying that, he's protecting Portia and his family, that's not really a legitimate
Yeah.
reason to go
Yeah,
to
if you're
those
gonna have
lengths.
your
Yeah.
stick up your butt because you're a stickler for honesty, but
Then
then
it's
you're
yeah.
dishonest,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not digging it. I just miss Taggart, that's all.
I know you do, Gia.
The
I
big
appreciate
guy. I
your
know the big
loyalty to
guy had
Taggart.
some issues, I know, but he's kind of
Yeah.
a big lug of a dude, and
Yeah.
he
But
was mean to Sonny and Jason back in the day, but
yeah, but they kind of came around sort of, didn't they?
yeah, I think they had a grudging respect for each other,
Yes,
really.
grudging respect. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
anyway, I don't like that like cat fight over a man kind of
No, that
storyline.
doesn't and also, it seemed like when Jordan and Isaiah broke up, it was mostly just again, it was like the job she wanted to do, like the going
Yeah,
undercover thing. It didn't
right.
seem like
Yeah.
she had lost interest in him, you know?
No, no, it was just but so again, he was the one who was like couldn't handle her
Yeah.
doing that, which I kind of get,
Mhm.
if you're going to do
Mhm.
something dangerous,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like, if like if your spouse is a cop or going to be a cop and you know that
Mhm.
you can't handle that life, better to get out.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, but
Right.
yeah, but I was thinking, oh yeah, we're doing something here with Portia and Isaiah, and
Yeah.
I don't know
He
if I
seems
want to see that. They just don't know what to do with Isaiah. They haven't known since they brought him on. It doesn't seem like.
Yeah, you're right, and it shouldn't be that hard to figure out what
No,
to do with a handsome young fella who's a
handsome
doctor, you
handsome young
know?
fella, a doctor, right? How about some storylines at the hospital, maybe?
Yeah, yeah, we wouldn't mind a medical storyline,
It's a
people.
medical drama.
I mean,
Um,
our medical terminology is getting rusty. We haven't been
quite
able to use
rusty.
it in quite a
Yeah,
while. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing him dig his knuckles into somebody's collarbone.
Yeah, doing that, like, pain reflex right
Right,
there. Yeah.
right. I
Mhm.
love that. I
Yeah.
love those scenes. Rushing somebody in on a gurney,
Oh, yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
shouting and
On 3. Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Things like that.
Oh, yeah, those are good times. Should
Um.
watch ER again.
Anyway, yeah, what to do with Isaiah? That's like,
Yeah.
do they just bring people in and then create storylines? Do you think, or do they think they have a storyline and they look for a person that fits the storyline?
Um,
maybe they do both. You know, maybe they go, oh, we
Yeah.
love this guy, but what are we gonna do
Right,
with him?
right. Yeah, I don't know. I would think more often they would have a character that they need to find an actor
You
for.
would think so, yeah. You know, like they'd have
Yeah.
things plotted out so far enough ahead
Right.
that they know what kind of person would be the right fit.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah, like he was supposed to be such good friends with Lucky, and yet we never saw
we
them just
never saw him
hanging
with
out together.
Lucky.
And
They
that could
should
have
have
been
gone to the
interesting.
Hatchet place at least
Oh,
once.
yeah, sure. Yeah, but they could have had some good conversations too, probably, about
Yeah, yeah,
relationships and all of that stuff, I guess.
right. About, you know, the exciting life of being out
Mhm.
in the
Mhm.
world, you know, fighting crime or whatever the hell they were supposedly doing,
Right,
versus
right.
this steady, stable life as a doctor or
Yeah.
a bartender. And, you know, do you miss the
Mhm.
excitement of being out there,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
being
Right, with a real
chased by.
purpose.
Yeah, yeah, that could have been mildly interesting, I think.
Mhm. Yeah, and when
But-
you think anything's gonna come of this cabin that Isaiah was
oh,
given?
right. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. They may again, I feel like sometimes they throw stuff in that just so they can have it later and then be like, yeah, we told
Yeah,
you about the
it's like
cabin.
a
Like that.
placeholder for some story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something.
But it did seem like when he mentioned that to Elizabeth, she was sort of indignant that, she had never heard of it before, right? Do you remember
Yeah,
that? Yeah.
right. Well, she should have been indignant because it's her
Yeah.
child's inheritance that he
Yeah.
just gave to
Yeah.
somebody, you
Yeah,
know?
that was kinda weird.
Yeah.
That makes it all totally random, if Lucky's acting like Mr. Honesty and
Maybe
then
it's just like exemplary of how not like a father Lucky has always
Yeah,
been. That he didn't even
yeah,
think, oh, I'm giving away a piece of land and
right,
property that
right,
should
yeah.
rightfully go to my heir.
Mhm,
Uh, and it's
mhm.
like, I don't care. I'm giving it to my bro.
Yeah, maybe he
You know?
doesn't have any paternal instincts, really.
Yeah. You
Hmm.
think we're gonna see any scenes of he and Aiden? You know?
No, I mean, well, they were talking about recasting, and maybe that's what they're thinking about. Maybe if they are gonna have scenes with Aiden, they would have
Well,
to
I was
bring in.
talking about recasting
Yeah.
him, but were other people talking about it?
Yeah, other people have been talking about whether it's okay to recast him. Yeah, we did talk
It's
about
it's
that last time, didn't we? But
it's okay. It's not only okay, it's highly encouraged. You know, it's not okay not to
I'm
recast
talking
him.
about Lucky now, not Aiden. Are you talking about Lucky
Oh,
also?
oh,
Yeah, yeah,
oh.
yeah. It's highly
Is it
encouraged
okay
that,
to
yeah, they swap out that Aiden for someone
Aiden?
perhaps
Yeah,
half his age.
yeah.
Mhm.
Recast Lucky. Well, he's been a couple of Luckies.
Yeah, yeah,
But I
and
don't care if they do or not. I mean, I'm kind of done with the character.
it's too bad they kind of just like let that good character fizzle out.
Yeah, it was a fizzle. It's like a little one of those
Yeah,
little sparklers that you light and run away from, and then
yeah,
it doesn't do anything. You know, like
yeah, yeah.
you know.
It's too bad. It's a crime, really. You know.
Yeah, I don't know if it gets to that level, but yeah, it's
I do.
a
Lock them up.
shame. It's
Yeah,
wasteful, wasteful of a
really.
very likable actor that we all
Yeah,
enjoyed.
I mean, because now it seems like you're never gonna get him to come back, like, if they couldn't figure out what to do
Yeah,
with him, then
right. Yeah.
why would he ever come back? Hopefully, they don't screw it up with Brit. Hopefully, that one works out better.
I'm still like thinking that she's gonna be a ghost or a memory because they
Okay.
really killed her.
Oh, Gia, you're so
N-
naive.
I too
Nobody's ever
naive,
really
but
dead on a soap opera.
well, I know, but
No, we did see her body and the life leaving her
yeah. I
body.
mean, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I don't
we'll
know.
see how they explain that.
Um. Anyway, but yeah, it is a shame about Lucky.
Mhm.
But yeah, the Brit thing. I mean, if they're bringing her back as another person, another whole other character, I mean
Right,
that's an
right.
option, right?
Mhm. Yeah, could she have been a twin?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'd buy that. Sure, she was a twin. Why not? I think I was a twin. Well, you were a twin. We're twins. Maybe we were twins.
Maybe separated at birth, huh?
That
Yeah,
makes me too old, though. I don't want to
probably.
be your age.
My mom was like, "I cannot handle two of these. Somebody take this other one. I don't care which one. We'll flip for it."
Uh,
Uh,
could be.
but that would mean Liesel and Faison, right? Faison is
Yeah,
Britt's
Faison
dad.
was his
That
dad. Yeah.
they had twins. Yeah, I could see
Well,
something
because
like that
Faison could
happening.
have been some, he was a nut job, right? So he
It
could have
was so
hidden away an
insane.
infant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Drugged Liesel and not even had her know
Did
she
we
had
know?
given
Did
birth.
he was he supposed to be like diseased or something, like syphilis or something? Like what was his
He
deal?
did seem like that. I don't know. Ugh, he was such a creepy guy.
Yeah, yeah, he was good psycho. You know
Yeah.
who they
Ugh.
haven't talked about in ages is
Cyrus.
yeah.
Yeah.
We don't
True.
care. We just don't care what happened to Cyrus. But
No, nobody misses
and
him, Gia.
nice to see that there's no guilt on Josh's part.
Josh, I
Not
know.
even a nightmare, not even a casual nightmare here.
No, she's
Just
got a
about
spring in her step.
yeah.
She's like,
It's
yeah.
she's
I don't think
good. It's all
she
good.
doesn't even miss Dex anymore. Now she's smooching that other guy.
Yeah, well, he's got good hair. He does have the good hair.
That's all she needs, I guess. Is some good hair, huh?
It's a
Hmm.
powerful thing.
Okay.
I've always been a sucker for long, feathery hair. No, I don't know. I'm a
Oh,
70s
funny.
kid. I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know.
That's okay.
Okay. Anything else that happened that we need to
I guess we covered the big parts, I
bulk of it?
suppose. Yeah,
Not
sure.
too great a couple days, but not horrible. Just sort of.
Right, right. And they put a pin in some other things that I'm sure will come back soon.
You sound so professional when you say that.
Thank you.
Put a pin in it. Yeah. But you know what I haven't heard?
Circle back.
Cosplay. No, no bonus point for you. You didn't figure it out,
Damn.
did you?
Forgot all about it. No, I
Yeah.
didn't figure it out. I didn't. I don't know if I'll ever really be able to pull that one off,
Could
Gia.
we have used it somehow with like people in their softball uniforms are engaged
Huh.
in cosplay? But that's not
Cosplay.
having. That's sort of. That's a very
Right.
clunky sentence.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One
Cosplay.
last note, and I know we've been harping a little bit on Brooklyn's outfits, but did you see that like dark green blouse she was wearing that like had
Had
buttons
kind
like
of
all the way
balloon
up?
sleeves. Yeah.
And the neck was so high, and it just and also in that scene,
Well, I mean, maybe those are her. You
her
know,
terms.
yeah, maybe that's
Yeah,
part of her.
I
You know,
guess.
religious whatever terms that I don't know.
Yeah. It just seems so uncomfortable. And in that
I,
scene, Tracy was also wearing like a sort of a thick looking blazer, and I thought, man, they should be so
I see.
hot. Maybe it's just because it's so
Maybe it's cold on the set. Do they make it cold, or is it hot with the
maybe.
light? Usually
But
it's hot.
Willow
Yeah.
is wearing that little thin sort of yellow
Oh yeah, I
tank
like
top
that. I like
thing.
that color. I mean, I could not wear something like that, but a very slight woman like her, it looks very cute on her.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And
she
I
looks
feel like they're almost dressing her in a way that makes her look even more slight than she is
and yeah, sort of
to
childlike.
emphasize, yeah, to
Hmm.
emphasize her fragility right now, you know?
Yeah, yeah, and it just makes him seem so much more like a beast, you know.
Yes, he is. He's almost like a I mean, do I want to say like the devil? But can you see like little horns
Yeah,
coming out of
yeah,
his head
you
and that, you
can,
know?
you can. You could easily see him turn into a cartoon devil. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like
Mhm,
a character on Supernatural.
mhm. Yeah, okay, okay.
Those are
Right,
cute
yeah.
boys on Supernatural.
I know we're losing you now, aren't we?
I know, sorry.
That's okay. It's your birthday. You can
It
indulge
is.
in your
What should I
fantasies.
indulge in? What should I go watch on my birthday? I can make the old man
Mm.
watch some girly movie or something like
Oh,
Hope
okay.
Floats or something like that, you know.
Wow. Wow, yeah, that would do it all right. Hope
Or
floats.
maybe
That's a
like
good one.
maybe I'll see if I can find a version of Little Women, you know.
Well, you might like
Meg,
the
Joe,
guilt.
Beth, and Amy.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, sure, sure.
I
That
don't know what
did
would be the best. You tortured him with movies for a while. What would you
I
torture
did.
him with?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh. Oh, geez, I don't know. I don't think I watch a ton of girly stuff these days. Well, you could watch Felicity, of course, but
watch
that's not a
Felicity again.
movie.
I'm still making my way through the
The
Gilmore
Gilmore
Girls.
Girls.
That's
Yeah.
wicked girly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Hmm. That's a tough
I'm
one.
wondering if that was kind of like one of the early Melissa McCarthy roles. Like,
Yeah, I think so. She's had some really good roles. Like there was one that she what was it? That Samantha Who show with Christina Applegate. She
oh, I
was like
never watched it, but she was on
she
that.
was a
Yeah.
scene stealer in that show.
I
Yeah.
bet. I bet. Oh
Yeah.
my God. You must have seen Bridesmaids, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Uh-huh.
my God. That was
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah.
I
Have
mean,
you
that
ever
was like a
seen
great cast, and she still stood out, you know.
Yeah, right. There's some scene where it's like a blooper reel or something where she's doing a scene with I think Paul Rudd and some other people and she's just cracking them up. She's just
I
going
bet. I
so
mean,
hard,
yes, she goes for
Yeah.
it. Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
she's funny.
Funny. Anywho.
They
Hmm.
should get her on hospital for some
Yeah.
comic relief sometime.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be fun.
Anyway, I guess we covered everything, but yeah, yeah. So thank you for. I will enjoy looking at my birthday comments. I appreciate it,
Mhm. Yeah.
I promise I'll catch up on hospital the next couple days. Oh,
Okay.
actually, that reminds me. I meant to tell you, we're gonna
Yeah.
have to rearrange because I'm going to a thing on Thursday.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll talk
So
about that later.
all right, we can talk off screen.
Off screen.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we could maybe do a Wednesday or a
We could.
Friday.
Yeah. Yeah. That
Okay.
would work. Yeah. Okay.
All right. All right, Gia. Sounds good.
All right, people. Thank you very much for listening,
Yeah. Thank you,
and
everybody. And enjoy the rest of your birthday evening, Gia.
thank you very much. I will.
Okay. Oops. Oh, Roxy says happy
Woo!
birthday.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Rox.
All right.
All right. See ya.
Bye.